Oh, you wouldn't believe this. This is absolutely unbelievable. Wow! This is right up to that feeling I got in the Bugatti.
Get ready to amplify your world with the roar of Brian Johnson, the iconic voice behind AC/DC, and dive into the electrifying life of a rock legend. From belting out classics like Back in Black to racing classic cars off stage, Johnson's life is a high-octane adventure. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with AC/DC in 2003, his sound is as groundbreaking as it is timeless. But there's a twist. Despite his rock star status, Johnson remains a humble car fanatic, known for his witty banter and down-to-earth charm. Join us as we uncover the man behind the music, whose laughter and legacy echo louder than his vocals. However, to get the full insight into his lifestyle today, we must rewind to the very beginning, where Brian Johnson's journey from a working-class upbringing to a world-renowned frontman first began. Early life. Born on October 5, 1947, in Dunstan, Gateshead, England, Johnson's roots are as working-class as they come. The son of a British Army Sergeant Major and an Italian mother, his upbringing was steeped in resilience and a gritty determination. Music threaded through the fabric of his early life, a soothing constant in a world of modest means. His father's military discipline and his mother's melodic Italian lullabies planted the seeds of rhythm and melody within him. Yet it wasn't just familial influences that nudged Johnson towards his future in music. The industrial landscape of Gateshead provided a backdrop that was as rough as the rock music he would later come to embody. Johnson's education wasn't particularly illustrious, but the school of life taught him well. His early jobs, from working on the shop floor to fitting vinyl roofs on cars, were far from the glamour of the stages he would later dominate. But it was in these early jobs that Johnson's grit and tenacity were forged. Before the thunderous applause, before the sold-out arenas, there was the local pub scene, Johnson's first stage. Here, in the smoky corners of modest venues, a young Johnson honed his craft, his voice finding the raw, powerful edge that would become his signature. His first band, the Gobi Desert Canoe Club, was far from a rock sensation, but these early gigs were the crucible for his emerging talent. Influential figures peppered his path, too. The tragic death of Bon Scott, AC/DC's former frontman, opened an unforeseen gateway for Johnson. His audition for AC/DC wasn't just a tryout. It was a tribute to Scott's legacy, a pivotal moment steered by fate and the guiding hands of Angus and Malcolm Young, the brothers behind AC/DC. Their decision to bring Johnson into the fold wasn't just about filling a vacancy. It was about recognizing a kindred spirit, someone whose voice and vigor could carry the band's legacy forward. Thus, from the gritty streets of Gateshead to the global stages with AC/DC, Brian Johnson's early life was less about a straightforward path and more about a serendipitous melding of circumstance, opportunity, and the undying zeal for music that defined his journey. Yet, as Brian's formative years laid a solid foundation, his entry into the world of rock and roll with AC/DC was set to skyrocket his career to new heights. Career and success. When Johnson took the helm of AC/DC in 1980, following the tragic death of Bon Scott, little did the world know that this gritty-voiced Englishman would steer the band to stratospheric heights. Johnson's debut album with AC/DC, Back in Black, thundered onto the scene like a lightning bolt from the blue. Not just any album, Back in Black has sold over 50 million copies worldwide, making it the second best-selling album in history. This wasn't just a musical triumph. It was a cultural earthquake, with tracks like You Shook Me All Night Long and the titular Back in Black becoming anthems of a generation. Under Johnson's electrifying lead, AC/DC didn't just ride the waves of rock, they made the tides themselves. The band's relentless energy and Johnson's piercing vocals cemented their status with subsequent albums like For Those About to Rock We Salute You and The Razor's Edge, each adding layers to AC/DC's legacy of hard-hitting rock. Johnson's voice, raspy, raw, and relentlessly powerful, became the band's sonic signature. His ability to scream into the void and turn it into art Won AC/DC not just fans but devout followers, turning concert venues into temples of rock worship. But perhaps more telling of his influence, AC/DC's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003 was a nod not just to their past, but to their ongoing impact on the music industry. The band's simple yet powerful riffs, backed by Johnson's unmistakable growl, have influenced countless artists across genres, underscoring his and the band's integral role in shaping rock music. Offstage, Johnson's charisma and humor endeared him further to fans, while his passion for cars and philanthropy showcased a man of multifaceted interests and generous spirit. Brian Johnson's legacy with AC/DC is not just in the records they broke or the charts they topped, but in the pulse of rock music that beats stronger because of their contributions. Having established himself as a rock legend, let's explore how Brian Johnson's illustrious career with AC/DC translated into financial success and a considerable net worth. Income and net worth. Johnson boasts a net worth of around $90 million to $100 million. His wealth is largely attributed to his iconic role in AC/DC, with whom he has released numerous best-selling albums, including the monumental Back in Black, which is the second best-selling album of all time. Johnson's financial portfolio extends beyond his music career. He's also a noted car enthusiast, which has led him to host a television show titled Cars That Rock, where he explores and drives some of the most iconic cars ever made. His love for cars isn't just a hobby. It's also a significant part of his investment strategy, including owning a fleet of luxury and vintage cars. Additionally, Johnson has dabbled in other business ventures and media appearances. He has voiced characters in video games like Call of Duty, Finest Hour, and made cameo appearances in films. His autobiography, Rockers and Rollers, adds to his diverse portfolio. Moreover, Johnson continues to earn from AC/DC's extensive catalog through royalties, merchandise sales, and ongoing media projects. Brian Johnson's financial journey reflects not just a storied music career, but a well-rounded portfolio of investments and interests that continue to contribute to his wealth. Beyond the financial gains, Brian Johnson's lifestyle reflects a rich tapestry of interests and passions that extend far beyond the music stage. Lifestyle insights. Brian lives a life as loud and full throttle as the music he's famous for. Beyond the stage, his world is a fascinating blend of hobbies, passions, and unexpected facts that paint a vibrant picture of this rock icon. Brian's passion for speed transcends his music. He's an avid car enthusiast with a particular love for vintage cars. This hobby is more than just collection, it's an active pursuit. We'll get into his vehicles more a little later. Johnson's sense of humor is as renowned as his voice. Known for his wit and humorous tales, he brings laughter not just into interviews, but also into his writing. He authored Rockers and Rollers, a book that details his love for cars with his trademark humorous twist. His interests are diverse, extending into musical theater and literature. Johnson penned a musical adaptation of Helen of Troy, showcasing his deep appreciation for storytelling in all forms. He also has a penchant for philanthropy, frequently involving himself with charities and supporting various causes through his celebrity status. Living in Sarasota, Florida, Johnson enjoys a life that reflects his passions: music, cars, and charity. Each aspect of his life underscores a legacy of resilience, a booming voice both on and off stage, and a spirit that's as unyielding as the rock anthems he's known for. Johnson combines his love for racing with a heart for charity. He participates in events like the Highway to Help at the Daytona race, raising significant funds for causes like the Austin Hatcher Foundation for pediatric cancer. His commitment to giving back doesn't end at the racetrack. He also had a music therapy room named after him at Sarasota Children's Hospital in recognition of his fundraising efforts. While he enjoys a thrilling life filled with racing and philanthropy, Brian Johnson also maintains strong, supportive relationships that underscore his journey. Relationships and connections. Not only a rock legend, but also a dedicated family man. He has been married twice. His first wife was Carol Johnson, with whom he tied the knot in 1968. The couple had 2 daughters, Joanne and Kayla, before parting ways in 1990. Later, Brian found love again with Brenda Johnson, whom he married after a few years of dating. Brenda, familiar with the music industry herself, has managed several rock bands and shares Brian's passion for cars and racing. Brenda is often seen supporting Brian at various events and has played a significant role in managing the logistical aspects of his career, especially during tours. This support system has allowed Brian to balance his high-energy public life with private time, enjoying pursuits like car racing and charity work. Together, Brian and Brenda Johnson lead a fulfilling life in Sarasota, Florida, deeply involved in both philanthropy and the music scene. Their relationship, grounded in shared interests and mutual support, showcases a dynamic partnership that extends beyond the typical celebrity marriage. Together with his family, Brian has created a home in Sarasota that mirrors his dynamic lifestyle, a perfect segue into exploring his real estate choices. Real estate. Johnson resides with his wife. Brenda's home is reflective of their lifestyles and interests, serving as a base where they enjoy their shared passions, such as car racing and music. While specific details about the property are not extensively publicized, it is known that their residence in Sarasota allows them to maintain a balance between the bustling energy of Brian's rock and roll career and their more tranquil personal life. Their choice of Sarasota is likely influenced by the city's vibrant cultural scene and its renowned history with the arts, offering a fitting backdrop for their dynamic lives. Sarasota is noted for its beautiful beaches, arts communities, and active social scenes, which likely provides them with a comfortable and engaging environment. Brian and Brenda's involvement in the community and their shared interests, including music and philanthropy, suggest a home that is both a personal retreat and a place for creative inspiration. The couple's love for cars and racing is also well known, and it would not be surprising if their home included features to accommodate this passion, such as spacious garages for their car collection. In essence, their home in Sarasota seems to be an ideal blend of personal sanctuary and a hub for their many interests and activities, reflecting the spirited and multifaceted lives they lead. Vehicles and cars. We all know that Brian Johnson's passion for cars is nearly as legendary as his music career. His collection emphasizes rarity, performance, and luxury. Let's pop the hood on Brian Johnson's garage, where a stunning array of wheels reflects his love for speed and elegance. It's like a time machine on 4 wheels in there, with each car telling its own story of automotive excellence. First up, the Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's not just a car, it's a statement of luxury. Brian considers this his go-to ride for everyday elegance, with its blend of classic design and robust performance. He's not just driving, he's cruising in the lap of luxury. Then there's the Ferrari F40. This isn't just any sports car, it's a legend. With only 1,115 of these beauties ever made, it's a crown jewel in Brian's collection. It's all about the thrill with its powerhouse engine and sleek lines. Check out the Jaguar F-Type Project 7. It's a nod to the iconic D-Type, and with only 250 in existence, snagging one in British racing green was a must for Brian. It's fast, it's furious, and it screams heritage and performance. The 1973 Citroën DS23 Palace throws us back with its futuristic for its time hydro-pneumatic suspension. Brian loves its unique drive, even if it gives him a bit of a headache to keep it running smooth. Last but not least, the 1965 Lola T70 MK1, a true racer's pick. This car doesn't just sit pretty, it roars on the racetrack, echoing the golden era of motorsports that Brian so loves to relive. Each car in Brian's collection isn't just about getting from A to B, they're about a journey through the annals of car history, mixed with a healthy dose of adrenaline. Now that we've taken a ride through Brian's impressive garage, let's catch up with his current endeavors both on and off the stage, as he continues to captivate audiences worldwide. Current lifestyle. Brian Johnson is currently riding the high notes of his career with a massive resurgence. The legendary band has launched into their 2024 Power Up Tour, marking their grand return to the stage with a series of performances across Europe. This tour is a particularly significant comeback for Johnson, who had previously faced serious challenges with hearing loss, threatening his performing career. However, thanks to innovative hearing aid technology, he's back and belting out classics with gusto, much to the delight of fans worldwide. The Power Up Tour kicked off in Gelsenkirchen, Germany, at the Veltins Arena, and will see AC/DC perform in major cities across Europe, including a notable stop at London's Wembley Stadium. The tour is set to conclude in Dublin, Ireland at Croke Park, capping off what promises to be an electrifying series of shows. Johnson's return to the stage not only reaffirms his status as a rock legend, but also showcases his resilience and commitment to his music and fans. Offstage, Johnson enjoys a fulfilling personal life in Sarasota, Florida, sharing his passion for cars and racing with his wife, Brenda. His life reflects a blend of high-octane professional pursuits and serene personal moments, balancing the roaring crowds with the quiet hum of his beloved car collection. This juxtaposition paints a picture of a man who has not only reached the pinnacle of rock fame, but has also found contentment in his quieter, personal achievements. What did you find most surprising or insightful about this deep dive into the life of Brian Johnson? Share your thoughts by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, we think you'll like one of these that's on your screen now. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.